Hey guys, I'm back here with another unboxing, and this is actually a figure that I've been really excited to get. This is a 1/5 scale figure by Orchid Sea of Tae Kokuten, so that's her right here. It's a little lolly figure. I do have the 1/7 scale figure of her, and it was actually a really nice figure. I do recommend it if you want to check that out. I have the video up. And here is where the illustration art is based off of this figure, and they actually released couple tapestries of different hair variants, as well as pillow covers, not bed covers. And I actually have both of those, so it's pretty awesome to have the whole set right there. And here's more pictures here, the 1/5 scale. And I really like that right here, where you can see here a little bit. They added it right here where it says let's take a look, so that's pretty cool that they added that. But of course, we're gonna open it and see how she really looks. Hopefully she came out really nice, so let's check her out. Just like the previous version of this figure, you do still get the signature ducks that everybody likes, as well as a little bucket, the bracelet that she's wearing, and that towel, so you can actually have her covered up her goodies, or if you just want her fully exposed, the choice is yours, which is awesome as always. And with the included arms and soap suds that you see there, you also have a choice of how she has her arm position, as well as having suds on her body, so it kind of covers stuff up. One thing I immediately noticed right when I opened this figure is the base. Now it has her name, and it looks like it's tile from a bathroom, which is pretty cool, because on the prototype images you actually were supposed to just get a plain base. So I don't know if that's the reason that they got delayed slightly, is because they were changing out the base. Another thing I instantly noticed right when I took her out of the box is how big she was. I know that she was going to be pretty big because it's a 1/5 scale and the box is huge, but side by side with the previous version you can see exactly how big she is, and then side by side by the 1/4 scale bunny version freeing figures, if any of you guys have that, you can see that she's basically the same size. Her head is actually bigger than it. Just know how big this figure is going to be, so if you're going to have her in display case, she's a pretty big figure compared to other 1/5 and 1/4 scale figures. For the soap suds that you get with this figure, the one that goes on her thigh, you can easily just put it on and take it off whenever you want. Doesn't matter what pose you have her in or what arm you're using. But the one on the top, you do have to have a certain arm because it actually holds it up. And that one is pretty cool because it's, in a way, it's if you want to have her covered up, so you have the towel on her and then you don't want her to be showing her nipples, then you can have that one on there, and it kind of turns into almost a safe for work. Not fully safe for work, of course, but that's one thing if you want to have her covered up. And of course you can have her with the arm down and then have the towel off and have her fully exposed if you like it like that. Any figure, cast off figure or normal figure that gives you extra pieces so you can have her arms move slightly differently so it makes sense how you want her is always a plus for me, and I really do like that this figure did that. Now with figures this big, it's very easy to see imperfections whenever they have like something not sculpted or cut correctly, like on the toes or whatever. But on this figure they did a really good job at cutting it. They painted her toenails pink, and then her fingernails are also painted pink. I look extremely closely, and then there's not like paint transfer to her skin. They did a very good job at painting her and cutting the PVC so that there's not like random pieces of plastic still stuck on her. As well as her hair, the hair is exactly the same as the previous version, and the little dual bun thing looks extremely cute on her, with a couple of hairs like sticking out because she's taking a bath. So I don't know, I really do like her hairstyle, and I love that they left it like this. Of course they do have other variants. I don't know if they're going to release a strawberry version, which is the pink version of her. Maybe they will. Hopefully they do, because I know a lot of people love that one. But for now, this is just the black version hair, and then they have the blonde version, which also looks very nice. And of course, just like the previous version of this figure, you can take off the towel to have her fully exposed, like I said before. So on this one, just make sure that you slightly pull apart the PVC for the towel, not super hard because you'll break it, but just enough so that it doesn't scratch the skin, so you won't get any paint transfer. And then when you're putting it back on, you also have to slightly open it a little bit and then slide it on her, and it slides on really easily. And on this one, she actually has a fully detailed vulva and a butthole, so if you like figures that they keep really close to how it naturally looked, this one did a really good job. The previous one also did, but on the previous one it was more just like a little slit. On this one it's actually a lot more detailed. I wish I can show it to you, but you can just enjoy the little stickers that I added there. And for me, I'm gonna have her fully exposed just for that reason, that they detailed it more than the previous one. So honestly, if you have the previous version or you're thinking of getting this one, I highly recommend it. This is basically better in every way of the previous one. They detailed her better. Of course, she's a lot bigger, so you can see her across the room, which is pretty awesome. For me, I have her on my desk. They still have the same little ducks. The base is not as cool as the first one, because the first one actually had like the whole shower and all that. I wish they did that on this one. That would have been really cool. But the base is still cool on this one because it's clear. You can have little LEDs or whatever, and it reflects. I believe now it's safe to say that this is now my favorite lolly figure that I own. The hand raider one was my favorite for a while, but now that I have this one, I like this one a lot more, mainly because it's detailed down there. The lolly figure, like if you see my video, you can't remove the panties, so it's not detailed down there. You just get a slight tease. On this one, no, it's fully detailed. Let's see if it still holds that position once I get my other lolly figures that I have on pre-order. So as always, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to see other stuff that I get that I don't post on here, or if you want to see what figures I get before I post it on here as well. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.